Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi was today accorded a grand ceremonial welcome at the historic Independence Square in the heart of Sri Lankan capital. This was the first instance of any foreign leader receiving such an honour at this location. The square is usually reserved for Sri Lanka's national celebrations and holds great symbolic importance in reflecting the island nation's post-colonial identity. The Prime Minister was received at the square by President Anura Kumara Dissanayake of Sri Lanka. Modi and Dissanayake held talks to strengthen bilateral ties between the two countries. During key talks with President Anura Kumara Dissanayake, the two leaders sealed 7 major agreements. India and Sri Lanka signed several key agreements, including a Defence Cooperation Pact, an Energy Collaboration Pact focused on developing Trincomalee as an energy hub, a framework to support India's grant assistance in Sri Lanka's eastern province, and agreements in digital infrastructure, healthcare, trade, facilitation and regional development. Additionally, PM Modi has raised the issue of Indian fishermen who were caught in the ongoing maritime dispute with Sri Lanka during his talks. PM Modi also met with leaders of the Tamil community in Sri Lanka and reiterated his commitment for the Tamil diaspora. PM Narendra Modi has become the 4th person, meanwhile, to also receive Sri Lanka's highest civilian award, the Mitra Vibhushana Award. While receiving the award, Prime Minister Modi said it's a matter of pride for him. This award marks the 22nd international recognition bestowed on PM Modi by a foreign country. The highest civilian award of the island nation was introduced in 2008 by former President Mahinda Rajapaksa. Only 3 other leaders, apart from PM Modi, have been conferred with this award. Pratik Joshi, researcher, University of Oxford, is joining us live from Delhi. Pratik Joshi, how big a boost will this visit by Prime Minister Narendra Modi give to India-Sri Lanka relations, and also what can be interpreted at the outlook of Sri Lanka now towards India, given the fact that this ceremonial welcome was accorded to PM Modi at the presidential square in Colombo. Also, the fact that he was conferred upon with Sri Lanka's highest civilian honour, the first Indian leader to be given this.
Thank you so much for inviting me to this discussion. I would love to begin by pointing out 2-3 significant developments, and they point out to this institutionalization of the future ties, and that goes far beyond signing MOUs or starting any projects. The three big factors that we can see in this: one is definitely the Defence Pact. The second is getting the United Arab Emirates as a partner to develop the Trincomalee as the next energy hub. The third most important point, which often is like an undercurrent, but that's something which will define the Prime Minister's outlook towards not only Sri Lanka, while Sri Lanka is a special focus of his attention. The third aspect is Buddhism. So I think Buddhism, energy, especially renewables, defense and digital partnerships, they collectively institutionalize the relationship into a very powerful bond. And I think this is this cusp where we see both the nations, as I mentioned, institutionalizing their ties, but also there is this moment where the problems or the issues that caused bad blood in the past, both nations are moving and they're building upon the new fundamental building blocks of the future partnership. That's how I see the bilateral relationship evolving.
Jahan Pereira, the Executive Director, National Peace Council, is also live with us now from Colombo, Sri Lanka. Jahan Pereira, let me get in the Sri Lankan perspective on this visit from you. How is this visit being perceived there in Colombo? Also, which are the areas of convergence between India and Sri Lanka that this visit and is reflected by the 7 MOUs signed and inked between the two countries as well?
Yeah, it is very clear that the Sri Lankan government has gone all out to honor Prime Minister Modi and show him that he is very special and that he has helped Sri Lanka a great deal. I mean, giving him that award is a sign of that. And also, in addition, the posters that we have seen welcoming and calling him the on the streets of Colombo and calling him the pride of India reflects that. I think that we are very happy that Prime Minister Modi is here, and in the context of Sri Lanka's economic difficulties, the fact that we went through an economic collapse 3 years ago, we went bankrupt. India helped us a lot. We are still in difficult situation now. The Americans have made it again difficult for us. So our primary focus, Sri Lanka's primary focus, would be on economic ties, developing economic ties with India, and obtaining the support of India to restart our development and alleviate poverty, the way India has done very remarkably well in the past decades. So I think economics will be the focus for Sri Lanka.
Yes, and you know, Jahan Perera, as you said, you know, the Sri Lankan government has really gone all out during this visit. That is perhaps reflective by that welcome accorded to PM Modi at Independence Square. Also, this highest civilian honor that the Sri Lankan government has given to him. Take us to the significance of that award as well. I believe just 3 other leaders apart from PM Modi have got it so far, and he's the only Indian leader to be conferred this honor.
Yes. I think it was also significant that our president, the Sri Lankan president's speech, welcome speech, and he said that Prime Minister Modi was the first leader to come to Sri Lanka after the new government got elected. I think this, and then he said a second thing. He said that they both come from non-traditional leadership backgrounds. Now, I think this is very special, very much in the present Sri Lankan government's mind, that the election that brought the president to power and his government to power displaced the traditional elites of this country, and brought into office people who are relatively unknown with very little experience. And I think the fact that Prime Minister Modi has come to Sri Lanka, because everyone thought that this new government will not be able to handle things well, that they'll make mistakes, they don't have the experience, they don't have that traditional elite background to do things right internationally in particular. So Prime Minister Modi coming and being so warm to Sri Lanka, and also having invited our president to come and visit India also, I think that matters a lot to that. So this award is, I think, takes on significance in that context.
Yes, it certainly does. Pratik, let me quickly draw you in